liked it.
Please stop. I'll have to throw my Coke in your face.
Mr. Beast just got arrested.
I just can't get it together today.
You okay?
Not okay. It's having such a hard day today.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
Well, you said that you were expecting a family.
Brother man, come on.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry, Justin. I didn't mean to offend you or anything.
Okay.
We just
put the camera down.
Okay.
Mr. Beast, Puff Daddy, and Blake Lively all have one icky thing in common. Their true personalities came to light this year, and there's a lot to talk about. So Mr. Beast, the #1 most subscribed to YouTube channel, and Amazon were sued this year by contestants of the Beast Games competition show for harassment, chronic mistreatment, and more. 5 unnamed participants of the show, which reportedly pits 2,000 people against each other for a single cash prize of $5 million, has had, I think, at least several allegations raised against it in the press, and now there's a class action lawsuit, which, not a great thing to have against a new show. According to the lawsuit, participants were not paid properly, they experienced emotional distress, they did not receive uninterrupted meal breaks or rest breaks, which are very important. They were deprived of medical care, food, sleep, basic hygiene. Folks were subjected to a hostile work environment. So enter popular YouTuber Rosanna Pansino, and she's been investigating Mr. Beast for a hot minute, and she's been bringing a lot of this to light. And she's also been bringing a flurry of other accusations made by people, both online and offline. So she's a baking YouTuber. She's got 14.5 million subscribers. She's best known for like the cheery videos she's made for more than a decade. She's normally pretty far away from the kind of drama that a lot of creators look for. And she's quietly built a successful brand, and now she's using this power for those who can't speak up. Since speaking out on Twitter about numerous accusations she said she's collected regarding unsafe working conditions during a promotional shoot for Beast Games and more, she said in her words that she feels like she's become an advocate for everybody, and it's just a lot. I think most recently, like 2 weeks ago, she shared a video titled "Mr. Beast Knew All Along, 1,000 plus leaked messages," which are accusing Mr. Beast, real name Jimmy Donaldson, and his team members of heinous behavior in the workplace. Can't say what kind of heinous, but Google, folks. In the 22-minute long video, Rosanna Pansino and Dogpack404 went through a series of really disturbing chat logs of possible Mr. Beast employees. They claimed that Jimmy knew about his longtime collaborator Ava Chris Tyson's problematic behavior. I can't say any specifics without getting in trouble with the internet, people, but replace problematic with the ickiest kind of criminal you can think of, you might get the right idea. So a day after Rosanna laid all of that out, she mentioned that she reported what she found in her concerns to the FBI, so hopefully they're gonna look into all that. Because that's not it. There's also like the whole Lunchly thing. Rosanna bought one of Mr. Beast's new Lunchables, or improved Lunchables, and found mold. Like, there's so many things I could talk about with this guy. So amid all the excitement from Linkin Park's new lineup and album announcement, there's now been some concerns expressed from the fanbase regarding the band's new lead singer, Emily Armstrong. Turns out she's got a history with the Church of Scientology, and more specifically, Danny Masterson, which if you don't know that name, let's just say he's done some icky things. So these claims are brought to light from fans that came across a past comment left by the Mars Volta and former At the Drive-In vocalist Cedric Bixler Zavala. So according to news outlets, the comments come from a screen grab that Zavala posted on his Insta story back in 2023, and he tagged Emily Armstrong's band at the time and wrote the following. He said, and I quote, "Remember Emily? Remember how your fellow Scientologist goon squad surrounded one of the Jane Does when she was trying to leave the elevators? The court sheriffs had to escort her away from your awful cult." The alleged claims made by Zavala allegedly indicate that Emily was present at Danny's trial, and that's not a great thing. That's not somewhere you want to be. And if you don't believe me, ask Ashton Kutcher. Puff Daddy spent decades in the music industry building up his legacy. We all know the bad boy empire, all the side hustles, the parties. He was a mainstay in the social hub. He was one of the hip hop artists on Forbes' list of billionaires in 2022. He had like so many #1 hits on the Billboard Top 100. But here's the thing with these big legacies. They're kind of fragile. And something that took decades to put together kinda got dismantled overnight this year. So just 2 months after being honored with the Global Icon Award at the 2023 MTV Video Music Awards, the hip-hop world was turned on its head when Puff Daddy's ex, Cassie, filed a heck of a lawsuit, accusing the mogul of years of misconduct and harm during their time together. It was settled in less than 24 hours, but the floodgates opened. Puff Daddy's been peppered with a litany of similar lawsuits, and there's been a lot that's got down this year. We've talked about it in depth. I don't think I need to super cover it. But let's just say the heat went up several levels when Homeland Security stepped in on March of this year to raid Puff Daddy's homes in LA and Miami. And he got linked to a doozy of an investigation. Allegations have been coming out left, right, and center. There's a lot of things that we don't know. There's a lot of NDAs at play. But let's just say this reputation is kind of tarnished now forever. The most recent Bachelorette Gen Trans ex-fiance demonstrator had a bit of a news blurb come to light this year. Turns out he was arrested 7 years before he made an appearance on The Bachelorette. Back in 2017, he was arrested after allegedly burglarizing an ex-girlfriend's home. Turns out he made a fire in the street with what appeared to be the actual restraining order, according to legal documents. The ex-girlfriend also had a tire flattened in her vehicle, and when it was getting changed, he came outside and was laughing at her. On March 22nd of this year, after conspiracy theorists around the world had been assuming the worst and craziest theories for a month prior, the Royal Palace released a clear video with a statement from the mouth of the Princess of Wales. She mentioned that, she wanted to take that opportunity to say thank you for all the wonderful messages of support and understanding while she'd been recovering from surgery, and that was referring to the planned abdominal surgery she underwent in January. And she mentioned at the time of the surgery, the doctors thought her condition was non-cancerous, and that the surgery on that day was successful. The doctors found that cancer had been present, which explained why Prince William cancelled his royal appointments on that day and then rushed to the hospital the next day to be with his wife. Now, it was announced on September 9th that Kate is now cancer-free, and I wish her nothing but the best, but it was a heck of a year for her, the poor thing. A recent documentary about the rise and fall of World Wrestling Entertainment's Vince McMahon debuted on Netflix this year, and it brought out a variety of emotions from one of his accusers. So the 6-part Mr. McMahon features interviews with McMahon and touches on let's just say controversies that have plagued his decades-long career. They include accusations by Janelle Grant, a former WWE employee who accused McMahon in a civil suit in January of forcing her into participating in intercourse in exchange for a job. Now, Vince McMahon was a household name for decades. He co-founded the $8 billion business empire that paved the way for so many superstars. And a lot of those superstars from the past spoke out in the docuseries. And it addressed a lot of other allegations that got brought to light. And it's really icky, and there's a reason Vince is no longer involved with WWE. So there was a number of crew members who worked on It Ends With Us with Blake Lively that mentioned that behind-the-scenes differences and a power struggle between her and director Justin Baldoni were very obvious during filming, and they affected a lot of the production problems. So this production was kind of plagued with a lot of things. It was an on-again, off-again situation. It was from March through June 2023, and it turns out Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's contrasting approaches to filmmaking kind of clashed royally. According to 3 sources who asked to be anonymous because job safety, it was very clear to them that Blake didn't want to actually be on set, which, that was her project. She tried bossing people around, she had all these ideas about how things would be according to her vision, and it just didn't work out.